You're on.
Well, hello everybody. It's been a long time. We have a new litter I'm very excited about. This is Layla and Rocky's litter. We have never bred Rocky successfully before. We've done dual breedings with him, but turned out that the other stud was the one that sired the puppies. So this is actually Rocky's first litter. And you can see Rocky on our website on our front page at www.mikilover.com. Layla had 5 puppies yesterday, April 26th. It was very long and a hard time. This is her 3rd litter. She went into what they call pre-labor, which dogs do prior to going into real labor, and where their temperature drops. And after their temperature drops, it kind of stays down and go up and down and go up. But usually when I see them going down to 98, which are normal tempers like 101, went down to 98, then I know the flags are up and we're going to have puppies within 12 hours with Layla. Now, one thing I will tell you if I'm teaching anybody anything about breeding is every single litter is different. Layla has always been really good with having puppies. Never really had any problems. This one, well, that's a different story. She went into labor the day after Easter, pre-labor, was in it all day. Her temperature dropped, which, like I said, is one of the signals. So the other thing is she was scratching and digging and panting and restless and had this look in her eye like, oh my gosh, what's happening, And that went on all day, and nothing happened. Then her temperature got down to 97, and I got alarmed because sometimes that can be an indication that there may be something else going on. So we took her on into the emergency center, and she ended up coming back home because they said the puppies weren't down yet, and her temperature went back up. So we waited all night. Needless to say, my husband nor I got any sleep, and we took her back into our regular vet that morning to get a shot of oxytocin to augmentate her labor, which it did pretty fast. She ended up having a puppy on my mother-in-law's lap in the waiting room, then one on my lap on the way home. Then we came home and there was no puppies for about 4 hours, which is not a good idea, but you don't want them to really go past 2.5 hours. Took her back to the vet for another oxy. She delivers another puppy on my lap, and then they take her in the back, and she delivers one in the back. The most interesting thing I think about this one, more than any of the others, is that the one in the vet office when we went back on, the one in the back office had the same placenta. They were attached to one placenta, which my vet tells me is considered twins. Well, that's what was holding her up. But because of all that work and all that long time, she was exhausted. And unfortunately, she still had one more to go, and her body just shut down, said, I'm done. So we had to take the big step a few hours later and made a decision, and the decision was to go ahead and get that puppy out so we didn't have to worry about anything happening to our beautiful Layla. And we anticipated the puppy not living, but we were pleasantly surprised. We knew she was having 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 5.
Jules, I think we need to stop. I'm sorry.
Dan. Okay, I'm back with you. Unfortunately, we had to change the tape because we ran out. But, like I said, we were very blessed to have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I can show you who are my twins. This is my first one born right here. He's got the lighter coat. These are my little twin boys. This is my little girl. She was the first one born. And this is the little miracle one that just didn't want to be born. Mommy just stopped laboring, so we had to go make big action. Big action, yes. See, he thinks he can find a nipple. Yes, he can, but guess what? There's no nipples on me. No. Well, maybe there is, but not my hand. Anyways, I'm getting a little personal there. Sorry about that, everyone. He's beautiful. He's really dark. This one is the first one, and because he's going to be sleepy right now, I'm about to wake him up. He's also bigger. Isn't he pretty? He's a pretty baby boy. We call these our little children's. Look at that little face. Yes, this is a sweet baby. Of course, Mommy has to clean them all the time. I mean, she trusts me completely. Absolutely trusts me completely. We have actually all of them came out head first except for the little second twin. Took a while to get him out. Had to help her out with a little bit because he got a little stuck there. And we think that's what slowed down her labor. At least that's what the vet feels, because it was interesting. I've never seen anything like that. When the placenta was inside her, and when the vet worked the placenta out, we realized that both of their little cords were attached to the same placenta. And that I have never seen. But she's panting right now, which is very normal for a dog that is nursing. Her milk is coming down. And usually she doesn't do that until they get going on her really good, and then all of a sudden she'll start panting. And that's an indication that her milk is coming in, which is good. You want the milk to come in because they can get breast infections, and then if their milk doesn't come in and it gets little hard knots, and then you got a problem there. Also, I shave their bellies before they have puppies, but I see that right here I must have missed around this little nipple right here. There's some hair there. You really don't want the hair around the nipples. I'll probably clip her up after I get done with this video. The hair can get in their mouths and in their stomach and make them colicky, and there really is nothing worse than a colicky puppy that's going to scream all night long, just like a colicky infant. So that's a little bit of tidbit of information. If you're interested in breeding, you can always use any information that comes your way. I'm a strong advocate on read, and I also cannot express enough that if you feel that an issue is happening, address it. Don't sit around and hope for things to get better. Do something about it. Because if I had sat around and waited for her to have these puppies, I could very well have lost all of them. Take the initiative, take a stand, and do something, because it could be a matter of losing your puppies and your mommy, and that's a very hard thing to go through. I've had to do it. Lost a whole litter before. It's very hard, and it's part of being a breeder. You know, any vet's going to tell you you're going to lose 10%. It's kind of funny. We got a thing going now with the breeders, and it's breeding is not for sissies, and that is so true, because you will lose puppies. We try not to. We do everything we can not to, but sometimes there's just no getting around it. But I've been blessed, I think. Especially, this is my 5th litter of 5, which is it's a large litter for a Mickey, you know. And I've had 5 in a row. So believe me, in some ways it's absolutely wonderful. In some ways it's like, ugh, the work. Because right now, Mommy may be cleaning up after them, but I'm going to have to be doing that in about 6 weeks. And it's a lot of work. But it's also, the benefits are so rewarding. The love in itself that you have for these puppies is tremendous. There's nothing more wonderful. We'll record again, and maybe we'll have some names by them. We like to name them so we have something to associate each pup with. And by the time our buyers get them, of course, they rename them, but I try to keep their name in their kennel name on their registration. If you are interested, you can always contact us at 804-745-4449. Look us up on the web at Layla4.com, and you'll see past litters. You'll see who sired these puppies. It's our Rocky, Bow Wow, and of course our Layla. And give us a ring if you think this is what you might be looking for. I do require you to fill out a questionnaire, and because I want to know about you too. These guys just don't go out to anybody. This is considered an adoption. This is not buying a dog, okay? So, and I like people to stay in touch with me, and I've been so blessed to have so many wonderful friends now that this has opened in my life, and there are some great people out there, and they love their dogs as much as I love mine. I guess maybe in about a week or two we'll come back, and in 2 weeks I'll have their eyes open. That'll be really fun to see. But you can take a look at him now. This is our little girl. She's white with dark, almost black spots. I do want to show something about her, and she's not going to like that. I'll take her off the nipple. I thought was very unique. Look at her little head. Look at that little face. She has a question mark on top. This is the only female. I can guarantee you she's going to give her brothers hell. Yeah, she is. She's also my smallest one. But, oh, she's beautiful. She reminds me very much of my Jet. Okay. And There we got it. Our twins, our darkest one who was the last one to be born. And he's really that little facey baby. He didn't like me picking him up. See, that one a nipple. This is one of our little twins. And this is this is little brothers. These guys came together. Yes, they did. Look at those little faces. Look at those little faces. And this is my big boy. This is one that was born on my lap on the way home from the vet. Look at him. I want to call these three or so much look like their sire. This one particular, I keep calling him Rocky Bow Wow Jr. So, and we have one name that's coming up. What is it called? What did you name it, Zoe? My daughter. Inu. Inu means dog in Japanese. So, maybe naming one of these Inu. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you for visiting. Keep in touch. Good night.